Do you like to start your day on the trail or on a wild camp with a good strong cup of coffee? Is it possible to have a cup of coffee that's cheap, easy and tastes fantastic? Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Let's have a big test of all the different ways that I've managed to find so far. Are they any good? Do they taste like sawdust or do they taste like nice coffee? It's a very personal thing, coffee taste, so I'm just going to give you my own opinion. So I've got in front of me 7 different ways to make coffee when you're out and about. Some of them are fairly routine, some of them are just crazy. Let's see which one tastes the best. Let's see which one is the easiest to do, and let's see which one is the cheapest. So after this test, I'd have drunk 7 or 8 cups of coffee. I might well sound just a little bit hyper, and I probably won't sleep tonight either, but I'm doing it for you. Now I need to say from the outset, I bought these all with my own money. I've got no affiliation to any of these suppliers at all. And I'm also going for lightweight camping options, so I haven't included things like the AeroPress. Right, so let's boil up our first mug full of water to make the coffee with. So I'm going to use this as my standard measure. And because we're outdoors, I'm going to be using my trusty Soto Windmaster. The first one we're going to try is these little sachets of coffee. If you've ever stayed at a Travelodge or a Premier Inn, you'll find these in plentiful supply, and you might well have trousered a few spare ones. Now I have to say, I'm going to be trying these all as black coffee. Right, so let's give it a go. Cheers. Oh, that's disgusting. Next one I'm going to try is my favourite instant coffee from home. This is Nescafe Gold Blend. Let's see how this compares. Right, let's check this one out. Nescafe Gold Blend. Oh, that smells a lot more familiar. It's got a much more of an aroma to it. It gets your juices going. Right, totally different experience altogether. That one actually tastes like coffee, but instant coffee has its own almost unique taste, doesn't it? It's very different to filter coffee, but as instant coffees go, that's not too bad actually. So I can imagine having this in the tent on a cold frosty morning would hit the spot quite nicely. Next on the list to try out are coffee bags. These are Taylor's coffee bags. I've gone for the strongest flavour, which is a 6 on their scale, and they come in little individually packed sachets, so for on the trail to carry an individual one around, it would stay quite fresh. So I think that's quite a neat solution. Right, so the water has just about boiled, and we're going to open up the foil pack, take out the coffee bag and drop it in. So you can see how much coffee is inside the coffee bag. Let's drop it in and give it a stir and leave it for 2 minutes. 2 minutes later, it's had a good stew. Going to give it a bit more of a stir, like they say, and squeeze it out just to extract every last bit of flavour. Right, let's see how this tastes. Oh gosh, that has a much more powerful coffee aroma. It's very rich. It's stronger than I was expecting. Wow. Well, do you know what? That's not too bad. Actually, that's a lot better than I was expecting. So, really convenient with a coffee bag in its own little sachet. And that's brewed very nicely. And that is what I would call a decent cup of coffee. And the flavour, I'm going to get all pretentious and like a wine tasting, aren't I? Getting notes of gooseberry and stuff. That's a decent cuppa. No two ways about it. Yeah, and quite a distinct flavour, but it's real coffee, totally different taste to the instant brands. Right, that's one type of coffee bag. Now time to check out the next type. So whilst I'm boiling up my next batch of water, let's talk about these. These are bean bag coffee bags, and they are a bit bigger than the Taylor's ones, and they seem to contain a lot more coffee. Oh, and even when you smell them, there's a much more powerful aroma to them. They don't come in individual sachets, but they do come with a nice little string and a dangly tab to make it easier to dunk them into the water. So I'm going to do the same thing I did with the Taylor's one. Going to use not quite boiling water and leave these to soak in it for 2 minutes. Okay, so here it goes. In it goes. I'll give it a bit of a stir, make sure it's all under water, and start the clock for 2 minutes time. Okay, it's been 2 minutes now. Let's give them a bit of a stir and a final squeeze to get every drop of flavour out. Right, let's see how this tastes. Nose test first. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a cup of coffee, all right. It's a very rich flavour, even stronger than the Taylor's bags, which I wasn't expecting. That's a really nice and rich flavour. It's not quite as sharp as the Taylor's, but if you like, more powerful. Understated and powerful. Doesn't make a big song and a dance about how strong it is. It's just quietly potent. Definitely a step up. Everyone we've tried so far has got better and better and better. How long will that trend continue? This next one we're going to try is really, really interesting. And I really like the way that they've done it. It's quite clever. So it's kind of like a bag. It's from the Brew Company. And it's like a self-contained coffee brewing kit. It's basically a bag inside a bag. The outer bag is waterproof, has a little spout on it. And inside that is a smaller bag, which is like a coffee filter bag, which the coffee sits in. So you open up the top, pour the water into the inner bag, then that seeps through to the outer, and you can pour it out from the spout. Right, so here we are, there's the bag, and there's a press seal closure on the top. And you can see the coffee granules in there. That's where you pour the water. And then here is the spout. It's got a little cover on it there, and that's where the coffee comes out. Ingenious, eh? Okay, so I've got my water nicely boiled here, and I'm going to open up the top and pour in my boiling water. Now you've got to watch out for your fingers here. In it goes. And you can see that it's slowly soaking through the filter. So I'm just going to close up that zip closure and wait for it all to filter through, which should take just a couple of minutes. So now I'm going to open up my spout and let's see what comes out. Look at that. Ha ha. Nice dark rich coffee. Now, one of the problems of this is that it's not the cheapest solution. These bags work out at over £2 each. But the good news is that you can reuse them. So you can refill them with your own coffee if you want to. Right, let's give this a try, shall we? First off, smell. Ooh, come on. That is really, that's the strongest smell so far. The world holds its breath. Oh my lordy. Wow. Everyone I've tasted so far has been stronger and stronger. This is off the charts. Crikey, it's like an espresso strength, you know? Crummets, that will wake you up in the morning. I guess it depends how much water you add and how much coffee you've put in it if you've refilled it. But that really hits the spot. That is a filter coffee, basically. Oh, I just want to have another sip. That's gorgeous. I want to keep it. I'm keeping it. Whilst I'm boiling up the water for the next cuppa, I want to talk about this next solution. And this is the craziest one yet. Oh, there we go. Right. It's only coffee in a toothpaste tube. Now, I spotted this the other day, and it got me intrigued. I thought, how can that be? But they promise great things. I haven't actually opened it yet. Hope it doesn't smell like minty fresh with extra cavity protection or anything. So, ooh, that is interesting. Now, one difference about this is that it already contains a sweetener of sorts, so it isn't necessarily a true back-to-back comparison, but I'm going to give it a try. Now, this tube contains enough for 20 cups of coffee, they say. Right, so here we go. Blob, blob, blob. Let's see how that feels for starters. Right, so coffee in a tube. Here goes. Let's talk about the smell first. Basically, it doesn't. I can hardly smell any coffee smell at all. That's very feeble. Perhaps I should have used more, but let's give it a try and see what it tastes like. It is sweet coffee, but the primary flavour I'm getting is of sweetness rather than coffee. So it's not particularly strong. So I would say in terms of quality, we're back to the instant coffee, the gold blends and the sachets perhaps, rather than the filter or the coffee bags. But you know what, that's not a bad drink. If you like sweet coffee, then this would probably be the favourite one to go for. I don't, so I'm not too sure about this one. Right, so far we've been doing all of the coffee solutions that only need to use one pot. We're now moving on to the last two that need 2 cups, so they're not quite as convenient when you're out and about on the trail. And the first one we're going to try are these like individual coffee filters. Now these aren't too easy to get hold of, but there is a UK supplier, and that's 47 Degrees Coffee. I'll put the link in the description for you. And they come in individual foil sachets. I have to say, it's really difficult to open a sachet. I've had to snip it with a pair of scissors. So if you're out on the trail, that'd be really frustrating. You'd have to get a penknife out or something like that. Once you've managed to open the packaging, there we go, inside, there's this cunning little device. And it's basically a coffee bag, but it's got like wings. Hope you can see that okay. What you do is you tear open the top, and then these wings sit over the rim of your cup. I'm going to sit the wings over the edge. They just about stay in place, but I'm going to hold them in place whilst I pour the coffee on. And basically it's just a tiny paper coffee filter. Right, so there it is. You can see how the coffee is draining through into the mug quite nicely. Well, it's a really neat idea, isn't it? Right, that's first things first. Let's see what it smells like. Oh, that's nice and rich and smooth. So that's a genuine filter coffee of a decent strength as well. It's nice and strong, smells like any proper filter coffee would do, and it's really convenient too. Now, it's not the cheapest way of buying things. A bag of 10 of these comes in at about £8.50, but it's a really good flavour, and I love that cunning little individual filter, don't you? Right, only one more left to try. Okay, the final way of making coffee in the wilds that we're going to check out is this little device. And it looks a bit flimsy and weird. It's ridiculously expensive. These are about 16 or 17 pounds, and basically it's just a bit of mesh and some plastic legs, but be that as it may, what happens is it clips onto the rim of your mug with the 3 feet. So it basically forms a mesh filter over the top of the mug. Ta-da! So all you need to do then is to add some filter coffee and pour through the water. So I've just got myself a regular supermarket own brand, strength 5, and I'm going to spoon in, let me see, just a couple of spoonfuls of coffee. There it is. And now I'm going to carefully add the boiling water, recently boiled water from my pot. Okay, so it didn't take very long for that water to drain through at all, so that makes me wonder how strong this coffee is going to be. But now it's finished draining, I can take it off. There we go. Put it to one side, and let's give this one a try, the final one. Smell. Oh, that's a nice rich smell, as you'd expect. You know, there were 2 or possibly 3 spoons of coffee in there, so it should be pretty strong. And that tastes absolutely excellent. Yeah, that's really nice. So it was a good strong brew of coffee from a fairly inexpensive source. Of course, the downside is that you've got to pay through the nose for the little filter gadget, and then you've still got to dispose of the coffee grounds and rinse it through before you need it next time. So it's a little bit of faff, a little bit of hassle, but the end result's superb. Okay, so after all that, what's my recommendation? Well, number one, I'm not going to sleep tonight after drinking all that strong coffee. First things first, those little sachets, the individual sachets, complete waste of time in my opinion. Didn't really taste like coffee, it was just hot water with some odd taint to it. Didn't smell nice at all, so very, very disappointing. Also, the no normal coffee, the coffee in the toothpaste tube, was sweet, which is not my personal taste, and it didn't have much of a strong smell or flavour as well. And of course, the problem with that is as well that if you're going for a lightweight backpacking, you've got to carry the entire tube with you, which is a relatively heavy way, even if you're only going for 1 or 2 nights. So that's, I think that's bottom of the pile as well. All of the other solutions, they all gave good flavour coffee, and really it comes down to what's most convenient. Personally for me, the coffee bags are the easiest. You just dunk them into your cup and fish them out and put them into your trash when you're finished with them, and they only need 1 cup as well. Although filters like these gave a fantastic result, you need 2 pots. You need to be able to pour it from your cook pot into your mug. So that means carrying an extra mug with you on the trail, which is not really ideal. My favourite for just overall ingenuity as well as flavour is these bags from the Brew Company. They're really cunning and I really like the elegance of the solution. So if I'm going away just for 1 or 2 nights, I think I'll be taking some of these with me. Okay, so I hope you found that useful. If you've got your own comments or suggestions or recommendations, then please let me know in the comments. Until I see you next time, please subscribe to the channel and enjoy your walking and wild camping.